neighbor who lives right across from Jordan Willis, who just by happenstance looked out at the exact moment that 911 was being called. Ashton, we know now that that was Clayton's fiance that actually discovered those bodies, called 911 and alerted the authorities. Just walk me through what you saw in that moment.
So basically, I was just going, turn off all my lights. I was getting ready for bed, locking the doors. I went to lock my front door, and I saw a woman come out of the backyard on her phone, and she looked distressed because she kept looking back towards the house, and I thought it was weird. But I just moved in, so I really didn't know much, and so I just went back to my room. 10 minutes later, I saw an ambulance drive by, and I said, well, that's just weird. Something's going on. Went to the front room, looked out, and I saw that there was already 3 cop cars, and there was a man detained, and the woman was talking to the other police. And basically, I kind of watched that conspire for an hour or two. The man eventually left. The police searched the house, went through the backyards and everything, and I had no idea what had happened. And the next morning, I saw the news that they had found 3 dead bodies, and I just was kind of in disbelief. I was like, wow, I watched that happen.
What is up, YouTube? It is Dolly back in the house again. Tonight, we're talking the new information that has came out on the Kansas City 3 that froze to death in their friend's backyard. But first, of course, if you're brand new here, make sure you Kung Fu chop that subscribe button, give this video a like, ring that bell for notifications, and feel free, of course, to share this face, this one right here, on any social media platform you choose. So we've been following this case for like the last couple weeks of the 3 men froze to death in Kansas City. It's been a crazy story. And, you know, the police came out quickly and ruled no foul play. Now, we're seeing new video and stuff that came out today, and we learned that Clayton's fiance is the one that showed up at the house, okay? So she went there. She discovered the body in the backyard. She was seen coming out of the gate by the neighbor. His video surfaced also tonight of him showing the police response and what appears to be Jordan handcuffed in the yard. Later, we found out Jordan was not arrested, okay? He was just detained while they figured out what was going on. Now, how good was the investigation? That's the million-dollar question, and that's a lot of the questions the family is asking right now. What the hell is going on? Okay, so like I said, the neighbor seen a lady coming out the yard. He said that she looked kind of frantic, like something was going on. He said he goes to his room. Later on, he starts hearing ambulances, fire trucks, police cars, and he looks outside and he sees Jordan, the lady, police, and everything of that nature. And then later on, he finds out that they recovered 3 bodies out the backyard. Now, people have been accusing Jordan, Alex. We've heard so many things allegedly. And remember, guys, this is for entertainment purposes only. All people are innocent to proven guilty, okay, for legal purposes. So many people saying Jordan must know, he needs to be charged with something. Even me, you know, not reporting a death is what I was saying, that he had to have known. He was getting multiple calls, people going by the house, knocking on the door. He wasn't answering. Ricky Johnson's family is meeting with the local prosecutor because it's been moved, because it looks like the investigation wasn't handled really well. They didn't really do much investigating. They just went over there, said no foul play. Don't look like they searched for belongings or nothing that good. But they are speaking with the local prosecutors tomorrow in hopes that they can bring somebody up on charges on the deaths of Ricky, David, and Clayton. Okay, Ricky, David, and Clayton. People want justice for the Kansas City 3. Now, will this justice come tomorrow? Will there be some charges that come down on Jordan? Or will there be some charges come down on Alex and Jordan? Most likely, we're seeing the family push for charges on Jordan. They're saying some of the things the lawyer said don't add up. also that their loved ones are not drug addicts and they believe that they were drugged or either poisoned. Now, toxicology reports have not came back yet. Okay, they're saying it's going to be another week, week and a half. Now, without these toxicology reports, is the family meeting with the prosecutors too soon? Okay, maybe they should wait a little bit for these toxicology reports to come back before they go after trying to prosecute somebody. But really, no matter what they say, what these toxicology reports say, don't change the fact that he did not report their deaths and he may have something to do with this. Now, I don't know if the police that investigated looked into Alex and his background of possibly being involved in hard narcotics, or if they knew anything else. But it looks like they were quick to go, okay, no foul play, because there's no signs of, them being beat up or them taking their own lives or taking each other's lives. So they ruled no foul play pretty quickly, even before they knew what was in their body. Now, I know it's hard to prove if somebody put drugs in you, because most likely, you can argue, hey, I didn't do that. They took them on their own. And right now, Jordan's claiming he knows nothing about this. The rumors of the mad scientist kills his friends, there's really no motive. I've been looking for a reason that he may want his friends dead, and I haven't been able to find that motive yet. Now, sometimes people just snap and kill people with no motive, or it was just a night of friends getting high. Jordan did the drugs with him. He fell asleep inside. They fell asleep outside, froze to death that night because they were unconscious from the drugs, and he was in the heat and he made it. Now, the inconsistent stories, like he got up, he watched his friends leave, he walked them to the door. Now, we got to remember, these statements are not coming from Jordan. They're coming from Jordan's lawyer. He may not have told his lawyer any of these things, but his lawyer's going out in the media and saying these things and can't keep his story straight. I don't know. I'm one of those people that believe that if you tell a little lie, it's to cover up a really big lie. Okay, so there's some lying that was going on in the beginning. Why? If you're going to tell a little lie, that little lie is to cover up a way bigger lie. And I believe that's his involvement in this. There's no way he was asleep on a couch and his friends came back in the house, did drugs, walked outside, and died in the backyard. If he was alone in the house, why would he need noise canceling headphones? He wouldn't need it. There wouldn't be no noise. Did he try to go to sleep while his friends were still there partying? He never seen them leave and they went into the backyard and died? That's more possible, but his story is not adding up. And I don't blame the families for going to the prosecutors. I think it's a little soon, seeing that the drugs have not came back in their system. It depends on what they're trying to get done. If they're trying to get Jordan arrested for not reporting the death, I think probably now would be the time to do it. If they're trying to say Jordan killed their loved one, I think they should wait to get toxicology back before you go try to push that subject that your kids didn't do drugs. These drugs are in their system. This dude's story has changed, and then go from there. Because right now, we all know it's drugs, but there's no official it's drugs. So what do you guys think? Is it too soon to go to the prosecutor and say, hey, we want this dude in jail for killing these 3 people? Or I believe it's too soon for that. But I don't think it's too soon to say, hey, we want Jordan in jail for not reporting the deaths of our kids. And I would think that would be fair. And I believe that's why Jordan lawyered up in the first place, because he knew he didn't report these deaths. He knew it was against the law not to report these deaths. I think he was just scared, possibly didn't know what to do. Why would he purposely kill his own friends? Replay crew and stuff like that. Y'all let me know in the comment box if you know a motive for this. Why in the world would he want to kill his friends? Now, I've done heard everything from Super Bowl sacrifices to he may have owed them some money, but it appears from the family that Jordan had the money, more money than his friends did, and that if they did do something illegal like drugs, that Jordan most likely paid for it. Now, like I said, Alex that was there and then he left, he has a little bit of a sketchy background with narcotics. So it's hard to say, was he the plug? Was he not the plug? Is there going to be justice for the Kansas City Three? Or is this going to be another case where the police go, okay, they were on drugs, wash my hands of it, and let's move on because people die all the time. How much resources can they put into this? Now, I know it seems strange. 3 people outside froze to death and nobody goes to jail. I don't know. Is the pressure from the media and the internet enough for the prosecutors to go, okay, we think we have a case, a strong enough case to convict this man of not reporting the death of his friends? Right now, you really don't have the proof that he murdered his friends because it looks like the house wasn't searched very well. Even the family of Ricky Johnson came back and said, hey, their friend called them that Jordan took some of their property to a friend and they went and picked it up from a friend, that the police didn't even get it. That the police really didn't even search the property that good because they didn't find items that belonged to their loved ones. Still, with everything, nobody can explain the smoking gun, the wallets being left on the counter. I haven't met one man here yet that goes over their friend's house and leaves their wallet on the table. Now, maybe the keys, people come in and set their keys down, but people don't walk in your house, men, pull their wallet out their pocket and set it up on the table. Not unless they want to get their money stolen. And I know what you're thinking, man, I'm honest, I wouldn't steal people. I still don't do it. I trust people, but I still just don't leave my wallet. I don't give them that temptation, okay, for anybody to steal from me. I just don't leave it sitting around. And to me, that is the biggest smoking gun. Did he drag these people outside? You know, did he drag them out there? Did he drug them? And did he drag them out there? That is the question. Are we going to get those answers tomorrow? Or the family going to be able to convince the prosecutor to bring these people up on some charges? Now, I don't know what they got other than inconsistent statements because the police didn't search the house. There's no murder weapon. There's no drugs recovered. There's no paraphernalia recovered. So this is going to be a tough one. So let's see how it goes tomorrow. Let's see what the family comes back and says. But I just don't know. Now, I think if you go for the wrongful death, like not reporting the death, I think they can get that and they can get arrest. And maybe that arrest could put some pressure on Jordan, maybe to talk a little bit more or maybe to slip up. And then maybe we could get an arrest for the death of these 3 men with him connected, maybe Alex connected. I don't know. Only time will tell. You guys let me know what you think in the comment box down below. And of course, if you haven't, sub up, like the video, ring the bell, drop some comments. I love reading your guys' comments. And I'll try to reply back to each and every one of you if I can. Until the next video, guys, I'm Dolly. I'll see you later. Peace.